Today I'm going to share with you a fun accessory that is super inexpensive to buy and takes me right back to the 90s. I got these little clippy headbands on Amazon several years ago now. You can also find them on TikTok Shop these days. It's just a headband and it has a bunch of little clips along it, allowing you to do styles that are very reminiscent of like the styles we did with butterfly clips in the 90s. If you were born in the 80s like me and grew up in the 90s, then you would know styles like this for sure. Some of the most common questions I get about this headband is, does it hurt when it's on your head? It does not hurt me when it is on my head, but I am someone that very rarely has a problem with things like headbands. Occasionally if something is too tight, and I do have a fairly large head, so sometimes things can be too tight. That being said, I have never had an issue with this. I don't find that these poke in and leave my like sore behind my ears or anything. I've not had issue with them. So that's just my personal experience. Another question I get is, do they break easily because they are plastic? A lot of the reviews on Amazon say they break easily, and I could see that being the case if you're pretty rough with it. It is very flimsy plastic. Like I said though, I've had them tossed in my hair accessory drawer for about 3 years now. I have 2 of them. I have not broken either. I have not broken any of the clips. I have not cracked the plastic, but I'm not throwing them around. I don't let my kids play with them. I don't leave them out for my dog to chew. So they haven't broken, but I mean, they wouldn't be hard to break if you weren't careful with them. But just doing what they are meant to do, they're not just gonna break on you. I get asked if it gets stuck in your hair. I will show you after I put it in that there's no reason for it to be stuck in your hair. The only way that I could see it being stuck in your hair is if you created tangles on the way in, then it's gonna stay tangled on the way out. And then the last question I often would get about these when I would post about them on TikTok would be, does it slide off your head? No, again, for me, it fits my head quite well. Now, I don't have a really small head. I have an above average size head. So I guess maybe if your head was really small, but I mean, it's pretty small. Like it stretches out a lot to go on my head. And then you're also clipping hair into it. So, I mean, that's going to hold it in place. I don't know why you would have a problem with it slipping off your head, again, unless you haven't used it in the way it was intended to be used. So those are the answers to the most common questions I've had in the past when I've used this on TikTok and Instagram. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments and I can do my best to answer those. But now let's just get into using it. So I usually just leave my hair parted center. I don't worry about it being too tidy, but if you want to be meticulous, you can go ahead and adjust your part. And then I just slide it right on my head, just where it would naturally sit, right behind my ears, just like that. And then I just literally take a small section of hair from my hairline and I go straight back with my finger to where the headband is. I pull the hair straight up, making sure it's not tangled, making sure all the hairs are going in the same direction. You could use a comb or a brush or just your fingers. And then I'm gonna start twisting it. And as I'm twisting it, I'm angling the hair back. I'm not leaving it straight up. That's gonna create less of a bump. If you leave it straight up, when you angle it back, you'll get kind of a lump. That's fine if you like the lump, but I like mine a bit smoother. And then once I've twisted it to my liking, I open the clip and I just grab the hair, and you just do that all around. Now, I don't necessarily use every single clip. I just use whatever clip makes the most sense, if that makes sense. So whatever clip is kind of closest. So now here is an example. So as I pull this back, I want to make sure I'm not getting the hair stuck on the back of this clip, because it was kind of grabbing it like that. That's going to create a problem when I go to take it out. So I'm just going to retwist this one a little, angling it down and away from that a bit more before I open that clip and clip the hair. Now you could go all the way down. I usually just kind of go just to above my temple here. That's just my preference of how I like it. But you can go all the way down. You could just do like 3 across the front. You could do all kinds of different things really, and each time you do it, it's going to create a slightly different look, which is what makes hair accessories like this so much fun. One more over here. Making sure we don't get caught on that other one. And I like to pull them out a little so they're not too tight. It is such a fun, cute, half up look. And again, you could twist this back as well, but it's gonna be a little bit more back. I like to leave that hair out in the front just to give it a little bit of a fuller finish. It is so cute, it is so fun, it is so reminiscent of the 90s. I have one in black, I have one in brown. I feel like that's all I would need. I mean, a pink one or something could be fun, but I probably wouldn't wear it very often. For hair accessories, I like to keep them relatively neutral so they match all kinds of looks. I really like it. Another little thing you can do is quickly, when you're done, go through, hold on to the hair clip or the hairband and kind of brush all the hair back away just to kind of getting it all to go in the same direction. You'll get even more of that kind of flippy look. Now, to show you how it shouldn't be tangled on the way out, you don't need to do anything crazy. You don't need to unclip and take out every section. I literally just grab it from the sides, kind of wiggle gently and pull up, and it should just slide right out. No muss, no fuss, no tangles, no ripping, no pulling the hair. If it is tangling and getting caught, then I would go back and re-examine how you put it in, because you were probably catching different parts of the clips that you weren't meant to. Maybe you're putting chunks of hair in that are too big, or the hair is tangled as it's going in, so the little teeth are catching on tangles. But if the hair is smooth, all the hairs are going in the same direction, the hair is being put into the clip the way that it is meant to, it shouldn't tangle at all. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found this video helpful and it gave you a fun new hair accessory you can try. I do, of course, have these linked in my Amazon storefront. I'm gonna show you guys my brown one, but perhaps it is not here. I'm not sure where that one is, somewhere in my house. But they usually come in 2 packs, which is great. So you get 2 for the price that you pay. I will link my Amazon storefront in the comments. If you don't see it there, remind me, because I often forget. Or you can always just Google DIY Hair School Amazon storefront and it will pop up for you. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Like and subscribe because you know it helps out my channel here. Leave me a comment because I love to hear from you guys. And if you are new here, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming part of the DIY Hair School family. And for the rest of my DIY Hair School family, I love you. Let's all learn how to love our hair. Until next time, bye-bye.